Naomi Rodda. Naomi is one of the social workers. We've got somewhere between 25 and 30 social workers. Naomi will correct me on that. But Naomi heads up the Veterans Assistance Program and was also just on one of the Instant Film Festival teams. Hello, Naomi.
Go Team Pickford. We're going to take it. We're totally going to take it. You are just dust because we've got some ringers on our team.
That's mighty big words there.
I know, and I'm not normally a trash talker, but I feel that confident about our chances.
So before we talk about the VA program, and then right up after Naomi, we have for the residents here and the people on Zoom, we're doing the Academy Museum fly-through. 2 Academy Museum tickets are up and available on our Bidding for Good auction. Go to biddingforgood.com/MPTF to see other auction items, including a chance to play Celebrity Password virtually with our friend, Yvette Nicole Brown, Next Gen board member. You know her from Community, you know her from Big Shot. Right now, she is, it's been announced, she's over in Ireland shooting the follow-up to Enchanted. She's in Disenchanted right now. Or maybe you want to play with the television celebrity from Turner Classic Movies, the guy who knows everything you would want to know about movies, Ben Mankiewicz. He's on one of the Celebrity Password auctions. Maybe you want to experience what it's really like to be on a pseudo TV situation with Tom Bergeron, host of Dancing with the Stars, host of Hollywood Squares, host of, what was the other name of that show? America's Funniest Home Videos that plays in perpetuity in everyone's household across America. Tom Bergeron is also with us. Oh, and Golden Globe Award winner, Academy Award winner, Jodie Foster is also giving of her time to be part of the Celebrity Password auction. Jodie is also part of every single short film that's being made right now. Naomi, tell us what the last 2 hours was like in that pressure cooker of intergenerational creativity.
Well, I have to say, I've been part of the Instant Film Festival for, I don't know, 3 of the last 5 years. And I think our team was just crackerjack. I mean, there was a lot of dynamic interplay between, the residents and the younger people that are sort of making up our team. It was just a really great exchange of ideas, and really does lead back to, your tagline, Jen, which is that creativity is ageless. I mean, you could see it. Everybody's ideas were valued, and we've all worked together, to create something that I think will be very amusing, and I think people will love it, and it's incredible to see something sort of from nothing within such a short time. So I'm really excited to see the final product.
And that's really it. That it is that beautiful. We're just going to create this fun thing and see what lands. It's something from nothing. Okay, now speaking of something from nothing, tell us about the 1 million somethings from nothing that you have generated for people in this industry.
Yes, so gosh, it's been a minute. I started this program with another one of our social workers in 2009 when we realized that there were quite a few veterans and surviving spouses of veterans in the entertainment industry. And, I think people sort of don't associate military service with being in the entertainment industry, but actually, entertainers have a very long history. Elvis enlisted, Audie Murphy, who was a very, very well-known actor, and was an amazing, veteran of our armed forces. And of course, all of the performers, that performed for the USO. So basically, in 2009, we realized that there were benefits out there, but that our veterans and surviving spouses were having a really hard time navigating the VA system, which, on a good day is bureaucratic. So we basically set out to try to become the middleman and make it easier for these clients to get their benefits. And many of them didn't think they qualified or had tried already for years and years and just weren't able to get through the paperwork. And so over the past 12 years, as I've learned more and the program has grown, it started out really as just something we were doing internally for our residents, but we're now screening, we've screened over 1,000 veterans per year for the last 2 years. And as Courtney mentioned and Jen mentioned, in March of 2021, we crossed the $1 million mark in retroactive monies secured for our entertainment industry veterans and surviving spouses. And we have served military veterans from World War II all the way to current conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. So it's not just for our older veterans. We're doing it for all ages, all conflicts. And I think what's been so rewarding for me and my team is, these benefits are also, in addition to providing financial stability, there's an emotional healing that's come along with it for many of these clients who, have disclosed things about their service that they've never told anyone except me or my colleague Ron, who's an Army veteran himself. So if you know any veterans in the entertainment industry, surviving spouses of veterans in the entertainment industry who really haven't pursued this, I ask you to call me. I want you to call me. We really take all of the burden off of families and veterans themselves. We basically handhold from the beginning until the money hits the bank account. So I hope my little pitch will bring even more veterans and surviving spouses, to our attention.
So Naomi, that's very specific to the VA, which is great. And I love the fact that I think you typify our social workers, where there is a problem and you don't just say, oh, well, this is the cookie cutter solution. When you were confronted with these problems early on, you didn't just say, oh, well, here's the number that you need to call. You stood beside that person until they got all the way through. And then you dug deeper into it and found more people that needed this kind of assistance. And then you're like, why am I holding their hand standing beside them when I could just process the paperwork directly? And you went above and beyond once again to get people. Hello, Benjamin. I'm going to put you back as an attendee. You're all good. I'm glad to see you. The teams have now disbanded. They are having lunch. They are doing their cool down from an intense 2 hours, and the editors are in the hot seat right now putting the assembly together. But I wanted to very specifically get you to talk more about your team, because talking about the VA benefit and the VA program is critical, and to try and get people to a place where they are understanding that this is a resource for them. That's what this time was specifically about. But your team overall does this in unique ways every single day. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. And I think one of my colleagues is coming on later too, so I don't want to steal her thunder, but we as social workers are incredibly fortunate to work for an organization that understands the value of social work, understands what social workers can do and what social workers can be for people. I think there's a lot of myths about what social workers are and what they do. We don't just go into people's homes and remove children. That's actually not at all what we do. And for MPTF, we're really there as the safety net. So people may call us for a variety of reasons. Who knows what they are? They may be referred to us by their doctor at a health center. They may be referred to us by one of their business agents at a local. And what we really try to do for each person is to understand what's going on for them specifically at that moment in time. What can we do for them at that very moment in time when they're in some sort of crisis or at risk for some reason? And then what can we do in the long term to make sure that they're able to move forward with dignity and live a happy and stable life? So that's always our goal. There are about 21 or 22 of us at this point working at various parts of the agency. Some of our social workers work on campus supporting our residents. My team works out of our Burbank office with my colleague Jennifer George, who I believe will be talking a little bit later. And we basically are there to support our older clients who don't live on campus, who prefer to stay in their homes at this time. And we do home visits, or we have been doing Zoom visits since COVID, but we hope to be able to resume home visits at some point. We provide supportive counseling. We provide resources. So, and we really take a tailored approach. Everybody's issues are unique to them. And we really want to try and understand what those are and how we can be of support.
Yes, and Jennifer will be with us at 1:30 today. Jennifer George will be with us at 1:30. Naomi, thank you for being on Team Pickford.
Go Team Pickford, we're taking it this year.
I love the fact that you're like throwing down, that you didn't even come in with, I'm a compassionate social worker. No, the first thing that you did was like, Team Pickford's taking it all.
I mean, I am a compassionate social worker and I'm normally not competitive, but you know, I saw what went on in that room and I can't imagine anybody's going to top it. So I'll be very curious to see what the films show at 2:30.
We shall see. Thank you for being with us. We are excited that up in about 4 or 5 minutes, we are going to hand it over to our friends at the Academy for Motion Picture Arts and Sciences to talk specifically about the brand new museum. There are 2 tickets up in our Bidding for Good auction for the new museum when it opens in September. Barbara, so here's the dance that we're going to do. I'm going to bring Barbara on just a couple minutes early to talk about whatever she can talk about that's Facebook friendly, to let people know, to give them a little more incentive to go and bid on the tickets. And then we are going to walk away from Facebook Live. We will be back shortly thereafter, I think at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I think around 1 o'clock, we're gonna come back on Facebook Live for a little bit of meditation, a little bit of Zen, trying to get the creative spirit in good shape and not the competitive. Because now that Naomi has said that, the chat is blowing up with Team Chaplain. Good luck. Good luck. Hey, thanks for all you do for the VA, but good luck for Team Pickford. So what we will do is bring people back into a place of Zen, talk a little bit about the community service, and then we're going to be joined by our friends from EditShare, they are our new sponsor. Woo! It's the back of the t-shirt, everybody. Creative, because that's what you all are. EditShare and Dell came through with sponsorships this year. We cannot thank you enough. You're going to hear a little bit more from our friends from EditShare later. And then at 2:30, Bob Beecher, CEO of MPTF, will be here to kick off the screenings. Each team gets a chance to introduce, kind of play up their film, give you a little bit of context, and win over the jury in some way or another, because it's virtual. So this year they can butter them up digitally. And then the jury steps away, votes. We come back with the decision and the awards are handed out right away. Super excited. Thank you so much, Naomi.